Hey guys, it's an early December morning here in Las Vegas. The shop isn't open yet. Here we have a Hemi JK, just to show you we're not biased here. Let's walk over to the engine room. This engine and transmission are going to Australia for the Outback Challenge. Here's one of our test engines. I want to show you some of the features of our cruise control and tap shift, maybe get a better understanding of it. Here's a factory GM body control module. Here's our harness that we make for our swaps. Now, every harness that we make and every computer that we flash is test run before we ship it out. We do our best to tailor it to whatever engine you have. We use TIS to put a factory calibration in it, and then we can deliver it in an HP Tuners or an EFI Live format. In this case, this is a 2009 variable valve timing computer and body control module. You can see where the body control module breaks out of our engine harness here. We've made it all plug and play for you. These wires here are going to end up going to your cruise control switch and the tap shift switch. We are the only company that offers this level of integration for cruise control and 6L80 shifting, combined with variable valve timing and air fuel management. As you can see, this is an AFM motor. Here's a gander at our last set of kits. We've made several improvements. Here's some small shifter parts that are required to get the Prindle to work. Very precision parts. Accelerator pedal brackets. You might notice that we have a new hammer finish on our new parts. It's tougher and I think it looks a little bit better. Alternator brackets, air conditioning brackets. Here's some new engine mounts. As you can see, there's a P and a D cut into the side plates, not only for identifying which side is which, but also to allow easier access to the bolts when the engine's in the vehicle. This is a new transmission top plate. That's an old transmission top plate. You can see we trimmed it up, being made out of 1/4 inch. These brackets are very strong. Transmission stands, power steering brackets, air filter brackets, shifter cable stands. Here's a new ECM bracket that we've made that we've made it of 2 pieces. We've made it adjustable so that it will accommodate right-hand drive vehicles. Let's step over to the next shop. I apologize that this table is such a mess. Here's where we do a lot of our electronic work. These cruise control switches are highly modified. Each switch contains about a half a dozen micro switches, diodes, resistors, lots of electronic components. When done, our switches appear and function exactly like the factory Jeep cruise control switch. Now don't be fooled by other setups that have pedal modifiers or pedal pullers. They are easy to install. They are not integrated into the engine control system. So while they may work marginally at cruise, they're not integrated into the transmission, so when you up and down shift, you're going to see speed fluctuations going up and down hills, around tight corners. You're going to see that the pedal modifiers just don't hack it. We've spent a long time and a lot of research to get this cruise control system to work absolutely as good, if not better, than the factory JK cruise control system. It will hold 1 or 2 miles an hour, even in hilly conditions. So don't be fooled and think that an add-on modifier is going to make you happy. It probably won't. Here's an example of our tap shift switch. It is a momentary rocker that has had lots of electronics put into it, and it will interface with our BCM harness that I showed you earlier. Of course, Mo, Santa's little yelper. Here's our TIG bench where we do all of our aluminum welding intakes. I have a connection with this lathe. We've had it about 25-30 years. Bought it from North American in Culver City. This lathe was built in 1929 and actually made components for the P-51 Mustang. So if you purchase one of our products, you may have parts made on the same machines that made parts for the P-51. Some harnesses. Each kit contains over a dozen bushings. Here we have various bushings for the various brackets for our next set of kits. Be sure to like us at facebook.com. There's a lot that goes into these kits. A lot of engineering. I'm hoping to post a video soon of our NLS3 and some of the features that we offer and the level of integration that we are putting into these JKs. These are not LS engines that are simply standalone in a JK chassis. Cruise control systems, the HIVAC systems, remote start, one-touch start, security systems, all functional. And it doesn't happen by just putting an LS in the chassis with engine mounts and then hooking up some wires. We are the only ones, again, that I am aware of in the country that have integrated the 6L80, the OE cruise control, the OE shifting, like no one else has. And if you drive a JK, one of our JKs with all these systems functional, you will appreciate how much better it works than the average swap, where there's compromises and there's non-functionality. It's the feeling, knowing that it's been well engineered. Lots and lots of hours and time have gone into making sure that everything works well together, and the end result is a vehicle that is not only perfectly reliable but delivers excellent mileage. We're averaging almost 19 miles to the gallon in a 400 horsepower JK. Can run in 120 degree temperatures, can run in sub-zero temperatures. Even our DOD motors, GM's DOD motors have lifters that are susceptible to oil overpressure. So it's very important that the oil pans have the regulators built into them for sub-zero temperatures, and if you receive one of our engines, of course, we make sure that that's how it is. We've actually had customers damage motors by not running the correct oil pans. So lots of attention to detail, lots of experience, and the end result is a package that you won't be disappointed with. Our serpentine belt system has gone through many hours of testing. It's very reliable. There is no mechanical tensioner. If you do lose a belt on the trail, it's very easy to replace with one wrench. Everything was designed around making it simple. You'll see that we have the JK alternator, air compressor, and power steering pump located in their original locations, and everything functions just the way it did from Jeep, including the electronics. It's about as small and compact and simple as we could get it, and offer this level of integration. So there you have it, a short tour of the shop before we open.